On a recent road trip through New Brunswick, we were told that there were a couple of old covered bridges in the area we were travelling through. So we thought it would be a nice idea to go and find one. And I thought it would make a really nice mini photography project too. This was going to be a black and white photography project, and the best way to shoot black and white is to intentionally go out and shoot it. So you really need to look for light and shade, for textures and shapes, and try and ignore the distraction of color. Well, for me, I have a camera with a monochrome sensor, so I have no choice. When I shoot a project like this, I like to tell a story, which means shooting a series of images. An establishing shot to show the entire bridge, to show where it is and how it fits into the landscape. First I shot front on, how a car would see the bridge as it approaches. Next I shot it from the river to show a side profile. And then I wanted to do some shots that show form and structure, how it was made. I wanted to show how the man-made shapes and textures juxtaposed with the natural shapes and textures. When I went back up and looked into the bridge, what really caught my eye was the gaps in the cladding and the way the light was coming through, all the little shapes of light. That was fascinating, lots of patterns, lots going on there. So I wanted to make sure I captured that. That was definitely worth experimenting with. Being in the middle of a bright summer's day, what I like to do is expose for the highlights, and the sensor in the camera that I use is so good I can pull up shadow details by 3, 4, even 5 stops sometimes. Yeah, I've got a bit of an advantage there over a lot of cameras, I know, but you can still achieve the same results by doing 2 exposures and blending them in Photoshop or Lightroom. So that was my quick photo shoot and a quick video showing you what I got up to. So the takeaway here, 3 things. Shoot black and white photography with intention, not as an afterthought to try and rescue a color photo that didn't work out. Number 2, create a series of shots to tell a story. Don't try to do everything in 1 or 2 shots. 6 or a dozen. Create a little project. If you go out to create a series of shots and really look around where you're shooting, what that does, it really helps you to focus, to think. You're looking for the wide shots, you're looking for context, you're looking for details, and all of that practice can actually distill down to help you create one really good shot as well. Number 3. Is there a number 3? I didn't write anything here, I'm just making this up as I go along. Number 3 is have fun. Don't take it too seriously. I use a yellow filter on my Leica Q2 monochrome. I pretty much do everything in camera. What I see through the viewfinder is what I'm going to end up with. There's very minor tweaking in Photoshop, and that's what I like about black and white photography, whether it's on black and white film or a black and white sensor, is because it's black and white, you have to get everything right in camera. And you can use color filters to help you give a little bit of contrast or what have you. and you're very limited to what you can do in post in Lightroom or Photoshop. And I really like that. That's just going back to how things used to be when I was learning photography. There's something about black and white photography in its purest form with this camera that I enjoy. Anyway, if you have got any questions about black and white photography, how I work, how I edit, even though it's minimal, just let me know in the comments. I'd love to chat about it and love to help you if I can. Thanks for watching.